Shalom. It's a cold Sunday morning here in New York City. We're walking back from church currently. I was thinking about what to, talk about in this vlog, and I have just been thinking about, now that our YouTube channel is getting a little bit bigger, there's more comments, which invites more hateful comments, and just like thinking about, what's going to be my course of action for that, whether, to respond, to delete, to ignore, which just kept my brain going, and I was just thinking about just negativity and drama. One thing that popped in my head was just the kind of old notion of that you are the sum of your 5 closest friends. Mostly, I always just believe that your attitude and the way that you are, your personality, like you just become like who you hang out with, and your 5 closest friends are the ones that you're gonna become like. So if you surround yourself with positive and nice and generous people, even if that isn't your current nature, that is what you are going to become. As I'm surrounding myself with this content online, I just want to make sure that I am not surrounding myself with negativity. And that's kind of how I've always lived my whole life, that if you bring drama or negativity into my life, you're not going to remain there very long, unless you are Sarah or my immediate family, because that's family is love, and we'll love each other through everything. But you're also not going to be somebody I hang out with every day.
And I think on the other side of that, while you should be proactive about surrounding yourself with like kind, generous, like nice people, there's a natural flow that you should also be looking for people to pour into nice, kindness, generosity as well. It's not all selfish, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. With online stuff, it's like there are so many of you who leave really nice and generous comments, and then there's a few that are hateful, like we talked about in our 9-year anniversary video. It's just that negativity it just screams so much louder than any like positive comment, right. And so you dwell on it. So I've been trying to figure out what is my process, what is the way that whenever I see it, to not allow it to attach itself to me at all. What is my process for making sure that my personal like mood and psyche is remaining healthy while I'm surrounding myself with all these voices?
I think it's important to understand how you operate as an individual, because some people are more apt to hold on to negativity than others. I would say you're very good at not holding on to negativity or like really dwelling on what other people say about you, but everybody deals with it on some level. You need to like really know your personality and your like tendencies and how you operate, and then like come up with systems to dealing with struggles like within that. Such your, best chance of success.
I totally agree. And I think just making sure that you're conscious of what voices you're letting into your life, right, is very important, because slowly over time you may not realize it, but you may be adopting traits and letting yourself believe these things that people may say to you, and it's not true.
Right. There's an author, John Acuff, he called it secret rules, but it's like these things that people maybe even offhandedly mentioned to you or about you, but like you don't realize subconsciously you let it inform how you live. So like one of his examples was maybe your dad said like you can't make a living with an arts degree or whatever, and like maybe you don't agree, but like in your head it's there now, and so like we just subconsciously let other people have rules for our lives that we don't even realize. Or I think it's important to constantly check yourself and like what you're doing, how you're living, what are your values, does your lifestyle match your values?
If you're interested in figuring out how you operate and the things that are about your personality that you have to, pay attention to, Sara has been really into, over the last couple years, something called the Enneagram.
It's a personality typing system, but it's just so much more than that. Like, it's different than, like, the Myers-Briggs says, like, oh, this is who you are, very surface level, whatever. But the Enneagram goes much deeper into, like, your personality is actually something that you can change, because what we define as personality is not actually what personality is, basically. And so I don't remember what words it combines from Greek or wherever, but it means mask. And so it's like your personality is the mask that you live behind to be accepted in the world.
Yeah.
And it's not your actual person.
Sarah made a video about a different book on the Enneagram a few months ago, which is going to pop up right over here.
Yeah.
And it goes in a little bit deeper, but what's the new book that you're reading?
Well, the first book is The Road Back to You, and it's just like a primer on the Enneagram. So it's just like basics, like teaches you what the Enneagram is, how to read the Enneagram, things like that. And then the new book is called The Sacred Enneagram, and it goes more into like the spiritual side of the Enneagram, more like the masks and how you operate. And basically we're all just trying to get at like identity and who we are and what we're hiding behind in order to be accepted.
If you're familiar with the Enneagram at all, I am an 8 wing type 7.
Yeah.
And
I'm a 4 with equal wing 5 and 3. If you want to talk Enneagram more, I am always willing.
yeah. So all that to say really is that just for me, just to let you know about my personal life, and you can take that as advice for you if you choose, but for me personally, I am very conscious of negativity that I allow in my life, and specifically drama. If any person is causing or bringing drama into my life, I am very quick to, distance myself from that person. Because life is too short to be worrying about all this trivial stuff. I want to focus on much bigger things.
Yeah, but I think like that can be said for how you view yourself too. I mean, I'm 27, and my entire life, like you hear people talk about like, don't talk negatively to yourself for always. I was like, okay, but how? How in your head do you just like decide not to be negative about yourself? Like it never really like made sense. But since moving here, like it really is about like just learning you and like listening to yourself and figuring out like what you feel at peace with, and then doing it, and that's it. And then like you get more confident as you go.
Yeah. So that led a little bit down a deeper path than what I was expecting to when we started this conversation.
There's too much negativity in the world. We should all just be positive.
Yeah, and just help brother out.
Yeah.
We can talk about that more in other videos if you guys want, but now we're just gonna grab some lunch, and then this afternoon, I'm actually gonna go help out a new friend. Just grabbed lunch here at Bowery Market at Dosa Royale. South Indian food, dosas, which we've had once before whenever Nick and Sam were here. We did a vlog about that, which you can watch right up here. And it was like a new discovery for us. And we haven't had it since then because Little India is a little far from us. But there's actually a place right near us. Yeah, the people were incredibly nice. He was like,
just take this home and relax and watch TV. I made it special just for you.
So speaking of surrounding myself with positive people, I'm actually on my way now to Sara Dietschy's office to help her film a video.
Hey! Oh yes, you got the boost.
So Sara and I just got finished shooting a video for Skillshare.
A Skillshare class. I'm super stoked for it.
Which today we were talking about kind of surrounding yourself with people that are positive and that you want to be like, and just surround yourself with the right people. So I just wanted to ask John.
Yo, what's up?
You're the right people.
Yeah. And Sara, kind of what thoughts they had on what does it mean to surround yourself with the people that you want to be like and want to have the right attitude. And one thing we said earlier was that you become the 5 closest people that you hang around. So,
oh my gosh,
right.
Tim Ferriss just said that in a 4-hour work
That's so
week.
weird.
What
And I
I'm
think
reading.
most people are scared to be mean and be like ruthless and cutthroat and like cut out the people in their lives, but it's pretty easy because if you don't, you're not doing yourself any favors.
You don't even have to be like that. It's as simple as not responding to texts or just very, very slowly floating away from them. And I think especially when you surround yourself with the right people, that's going to be easier. And also, if you're truly doing something you're passionate about and you attract the right people, those negative humans, it's not even gonna make sense in your head to hang out with them. Like, it's not even, it's just so not worth wasting your time. And I found that it's so much better to have a few really good people around you who are equally like on the same wavelength as you, equally creative and just like-minded, than it is to have 20 like negative Nancys.
I would agree. I mean, you literally said everything. That's it. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
progress daily.
Yes.
Keep going.
Stay peachy.
Stay peachy.
And I don't have anything. Sarah found the right people with John, and I found the right people with my Sarah. So
I know.
Right.
You both
Oh,
have
that's
a
so
Sarah.
cute. You have a Sarah. That's amazing.
You have a Sarah without an H.
yes.
Right.
Because H's are ugh.
Yeah, H is
So dumb.
yeah.
With no H, because H's are out!
Hopefully you guys liked that video and got a little something out of it. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe. If you are not, I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday over on Sarah's channel. And we'll see you on Friday.